They say power doesn't always shout. Sometimes it walks past you, calm, unreadable, self-contained. Once, there was a man who worked in an office where everyone competed to be noticed. Louder voices, flashier suits. But the quiet one in the back, the one who spoke less and observed more, he was the one they all reported to years later. That's the Sigma story. He doesn't move to be seen. He moves to evolve. These are 10 Sigma male traits. The signs of a man who doesn't seek the world's approval because he's already mastered himself. 1. The Sigma walks alone, but never feels lonely. To most people, solitude feels like punishment. To the Sigma, it feels like home. He's not escaping the world. He's studying it. He's the man sitting quietly at the corner of the cafe, earphones in, mind deep in thought. Not bored, just observing. While others need constant validation, he's content with his own presence. Like Keanu Reeves, who often rides the subway alone despite fame and fortune. Not because he lacks company, but because peace is priceless. The Sigma walks alone, but his silence is full. 2. The Sigma chooses respect over attention. In a world where everyone's shouting to be heard, the Sigma speaks only when it matters. He doesn't chase followers. He builds respect. You'll notice how he carries himself. Calm tone, steady eyes, slow gestures. He's not trying to impress you. And that's exactly why you remember him. Think of someone like Ryan Gosling during interviews. No loud charisma, no forced humor, just quiet confidence. That's the Sigma presence. Minimal words, maximum impact. Because attention fades, but respect, that lingers. 3. The Sigma's calm is his power. While others react, the Sigma pauses. When life throws chaos, he observes before responding. A Sigma knows emotions are tools, not masters. He can be furious, but you'll barely see it on his face. That composure confuses people. Imagine being insulted in public, and instead of arguing, you smile and walk away. The crowd expects drama. You give them peace. That silence burns louder than words ever could. That's the Sigma advantage. Self-control in a world addicted to reaction. 4. The Sigma builds in silence. The Sigma doesn't post progress. He becomes it. He'll vanish for months. People assume he's stagnant. Then suddenly, his fitness, his mindset, his work, his whole energy upgraded. No announcement, no warning, just quiet evolution. Look at how actors like Christian Bale disappear between roles, reappearing completely transformed. That's the Sigma method, progress that speaks for itself. Because the moment you start talking too early, you give your energy away. So, he moves in silence until silence becomes too loud to ignore. 5. The Sigma detaches without bitterness. He's loyal, but not blind. When something starts draining his peace, he lets it go, not with hatred, but with understanding. A Sigma will walk away from a friend, a job, even a relationship if it stops aligning with his growth. He doesn't slam the door, he just stops knocking. Remember the story of Kobe Bryant distancing himself from negative influences early in his career, not out of arrogance, but focus. That's the Sigma instinct. Detachment with discipline. He doesn't need revenge or explanations. His distance is his answer. 6. The Sigma evolves. Constantly. To him, comfort is a trap. He's never satisfied staying the same man year after year. He studies, learns, upgrades. You might not see it, but behind that quiet routine is a constant sharpening of the mind. The Sigma is like the lone wolf who disappears into the woods and comes back stronger. No applause needed, just results. When people finally notice and say, "You've changed," he simply replies, "I was meant to." Growth in silence. That's his rebellion. 7. The Sigma sees through illusions. He has a gift most people overlook. Awareness. He sees beyond appearance, beyond charm, beyond manipulation. You can't fake it around a Sigma. He'll notice the nervous laugh, the inconsistent story, the false confidence. That's why he stays quiet in crowds. He's reading everyone. Like Sherlock Holmes at a dinner table, silent but scanning. This awareness is why he rarely falls for lies. He understands that truth doesn't need to prove itself. 8. The Sigma values. Freedom over control. The Sigma doesn't crave leadership or submission. He craves freedom. He'll respect authority but never worship it. He's the kind of man who would rather earn less doing what he loves than be rich doing what drains him. Because control over his time, his mind, his peace, that's real wealth. Like Steve McQueen, the king of cool, who once said, "I live for myself and I answer to nobody." That's the Sigma mindset. Independence before indulgence. He's not rebelling. He's choosing authenticity over approval. 9. The Sigma thinks deeply, acts deliberately. While most people rush, the Sigma studies the terrain. He waits, watches, calculates. When he finally moves, it's surgical. Every word, every gesture, every decision has intention behind it. He doesn't talk about what he'll do. He just does it. Because he knows every unnecessary word drains energy from the mission. Think of Clint Eastwood's characters. Minimal talk, maximum precision. That's not acting. That's Sigma energy. 10. The Sigma is unmoved by opinion. And at the core of it all, the Sigma's peace comes from knowing who he is. People will misunderstand his silence, mock his distance, question his motives. But he doesn't flinch, because the moment you no longer need validation, you become untouchable. They gossip. He focuses. They post. He builds. They seek applause. He seeks mastery. That's why the Sigma doesn't rise by shouting. He rises by becoming. When the world goes quiet and every mask falls off, the Sigma still stands, calm and alone, but complete. So if you've ever been the one who chose peace over attention, growth over gossip, silence over noise, you're not invisible. You're just early. You're the Sigma in the making. So stay silent. Stay focused. Because when they finally notice, it'll already be too late.